Hi student, I hope you already understood by seeing the thumbnail. Thus, this presentation is for those students who have opted for computer application in ICC. Now this chapter is called iteration through loop. Iteration means to repeat a block of program again and again for a given number of time. Let me give an example of iteration. Suppose you are asked to display numbers from 1 to 10. Now you can do this simply by writing the print statement 10 times. Say system.out.println, put the variable inside the parenthesis and write the times. So this is really time consuming matter. Now if you write this statement for only one time and put it inside a looping statement, then the loop will rotate 10 times. Then you can display numbers from 1 to 10 easily. And how this is possible? Using for loop, while loop and do while loop. This presentation is all about while loop. So without wasting time, let us start with the definition of while loop. What is while loop then? While loop is generally used in a situation where the number of iteration is not clearly known to the programmer. That means if the programmer cannot predict how many times the loop should repeat in such a situation, it is easy to use while loop. It means if you want to do the same type of task using for loop, it is also possible in that case. That means in my view, only it is easy in a situation where the number of iteration is not clearly known. And it is also a type of entry control loop. So just like for loop, while loop is also an entry control loop. Now let us see the syntax of while loop. So initialization, the first part of the loop comes first. That means where you will declare the variable, there only you have to give the initial value to that variable. Now comes the while loop. Inside bracket you have to write the condition. That means it is an entry control loop. So condition comes first. If the condition is true, we will go inside the body of the loop. And at the end, we have to give the step value. That means to increase or decrease the loop control variable. That means loop control variable will change its value at the last stage. So these are the three important part. This is the first part, which is the condition part. I call it part 1. And this is the second part. I call it part 2. And this is the third part, which is the step value. All these three parts must present somewhere. Whatever the type of the loop is, these three part, initialization, that means from where the loop control variable is starting, that portion, as well as the condition, as well as the step value should present. Now let us see the difference between while loop and for loop using a small program. So comparison between while and for loop. Suppose you are asked to display 10 numbers from 1 to 10. Just now I said a same code you can write using for as well as using while. Now see this. First one on my left hand side, I am trying to solve it using for loop. Now we have to declare the variable. So here we have declared the variable I. This is the declaration part. Then this is the part 1. Just now I say initialization. This is the middle block is the condition block, and the last block we call it step value, where the value of I is increasing. So you have seen it is starting with the value 1, then it is going to the condition part, checking the condition. Obviously value of I is 1, which is less than 10. So it will go inside the loop and print I. That means 1 will be printed. And after that it will come to the step value portion, where the value of I will increase from 1 to 2. That means it now become 2. Now it will go to the condition part. 2 is less than 10. It will go inside the loop. In this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the value will be printed. This is how a for loop work. Now how while loop work? What is the syntax? Syntax you have seen. Now here the first portion is the initialization. Now here is the portion number part 1, first block or the initialization block. Here our loop control variable is same. I, which is starting with the value 1. It is the condition part. Condition is given inside the bracket of the while loop. Then if the condition is true, in our example, obviously 1 is less than 10. So it will go inside the loop and it will print the value of I. Then this is the third block or the third part of the step value of I will increase, and obviously it will come back to the condition. Check the condition once again it will go inside, again it will print the value. So both this code will display the same result. On the left hand side you see it is using for, on the right hand side you see it is using while loop. Now just now I said in what type of situation while is easy. This is entirely depend upon the program. Now let me give some example. First program is to write a program to accept a number and calculate and display the sum of the digit. That means, say for example, if the number is 25, then we have to find the sum of the digit, which means 2 plus 5, right? 2 plus 5 and it should be 7. So this is what we have to test using a Java program. So without wasting time, let us start the Java program. Sum of the digit. Now, first up line, import java.util. You know the meaning of it. We are importing util package so that we can use scanner class. Scanner class belongs to the util package and scanner class will help us to accept the data from the user. We declared the class on the second line. Now we declared main method. A class should have at least one method. So our method name is main. Then scanner object is created. SC is the name of the scanner object. We required variable n to accept the data from the user. We required r to store the digit that we will extract from that given number. And s equals to 0 to store the sum of the digit. Now we have to display a message so that user can understand what to do. Enter any number, the message will be displayed. N equals to sc.nextInt. NextInt is a function belongs to the scanner class, and using sc object we are calling that function. We are storing the number in n. While n greater than 0 means this is the condition. Here n is actually the loop control variable and this line is actually the initial value of the LCV or loop control variable. This is of course the condition part. We are checking whether that number given by the user is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then only we can find out the sum of the digit. Okay, if the condition is true, normally it should be true at the very beginning. We go inside the loop, we are extracting the digit from the back. N mod 10 will extract the digit from the back. We are storing it in R. S equals to S plus R. Initial value of S given as 0. So it will be 0 plus the number extracted right now. So in this way, one by one, we will extract the digit and store it in S as a sum. At last, we are eliminating the last digit. N equals to n slash 10. That means once we extract the digit, once we calculate the sum or take it in the sum, then we have to delete the digit. And this process is n by 10. I will show you using dry run. And then we are displaying at last, when we come out of the loop, we are displaying the value of S. So let us run this program and check the result once. So we are running this program. We are entering the number as per our example number is 25. Now sum of the digit is 7. So it is running fine. Now our duty is to know the logic of the program. So logic of the program can only be explained using the process called dry run. First step, say n is 25. It can be any number. Say we consider it as 25. Our first condition, rotation at the very beginning, n greater than 0. So obviously 25 is greater than 0. So the condition give us true result. We go inside the loop. 25 mod 10 will give us the last digit and that is 5. So value of R is 5. S equals to S plus R. S was declared as 0. So 0 plus 5 we will get 5. 25 slash 10. Mathematically 25 slash 10 means 2.5. But both are integer, 25 and 10. So integer divided by integer, the result will be integer. So we will get the result 2 not 0.5. So now you see, we start with the value 25. At the end of first round, the value of n is now 2. So loop control variable is n, changing its value in every step. With this result, we are starting the third value. Here it is, the third value is here, n greater than 0, n greater than 0, obviously 2 greater than 0. True. So we go inside. 2 mod 10. Numerator is less than denominator. So the result will be 2. S equals to S plus R. What was the previous value of S? 5. So now R is 2. So 5 plus 2, we get 7. Now eliminate the last digit. N slash 10. 2 slash 10 means 0.2. Integer part is 0. So the result is 0. Now the value of n comes down to 0. Started with 25. At the end of first round, it become 2. At the end of second round, it becomes 0. Keep it in mind. It will help us in the next program. Now we will have to check the third time because control will go back for checking n greater than 0. Is n greater than 0? Let us check. 0 is greater than 0. So false. So it will come out and display the result. We have seen the output earlier. It is displaying the result 7. So this dry run explain us how that program is working. One more example. This is a palindrome. So we will accept a number, check the number is palindrome or not. Palindrome means if we reverse the number, we will get the same number. Say for example, 151. Say for example, 151151. So 151 means if we reverse 151, we will get 151. That's why 151 is a palindrome. So let us check it using a Java program. Again, we are going back to BlueJ screen. Now, I have already done the program palindrome. Let us check it. Again, import java.util for scanner class. Package is included. Name of the class declared as palindrome. Main method declared here. Scanner object is created in this line. Declaring the variable nrs equals to 0 that you have already seen. One extra variable I am giving k to keep a copy of the original number because you have seen that original number which is used in the loop control variable actually destroyed to 0. So we are accepting the original number, the number we have to check whether it is palindrome or not. We are keeping a copy of the number. You know the value transfer from right hand side to left hand side. We are writing k equals to n, means the value of n is copied to k. Now same loop, n greater than 0. We are extracting the digit from the back. R equals to n mod 10. Remainder means the last digit, we are extracting it. Now what we are doing here, s into 10 plus r. S into 10 means we are actually multiplying the digit by 10, means to want to push the digit to the left and create a space on the right. So let me give an example mathematically. Say any number, say the number is 5. If you multiply 10 by, if you did 5 by 10, so what result you will get? Result you will get 50. But before that, if I ask you, this 5 is in which place? The answer is ones place. Now once you multiply it by 10, you are pushing this to the right, you are pushing this to the left hand side, and on the right hand side you are creating a space. So once you multiply the number 5 by 10, it becomes 50. Now 5 is in tens place. This is our target, to push the digit to the left hand side and create a space on the right hand side. So that's why we are multiplying s by 10 and adding the new digit plus r on the right hand side because our target is to reverse it. N equals to n slash 10 will eliminate the digit. So this process will continue until and unless n destroyed and come down to 0. So once it becomes 0, it will come out and check the condition. What condition it is checking? S is equal to k. K means the copy of the original number. Why not n? Because n already destroyed. Then if two are same, then we call it a palindrome number, right? Or if it is not same, we call it not palindrome. So let us check the output first. Now right click on this class name and void main. We are giving a number which is palindrome. I call it 121. See, it is a palindrome number. Let me check it twice by giving a number which is not palindrome. Suppose I give 43. 43 is not palindrome. So the program is working fine. Now let us explain that same program using a dry run. As you know, dry run will help us to understand the logic of the program better. This while loop is only to reverse the number. While loop is not checking whether it is palindrome or not. While loop is reversing the number. So for example 25, which is not palindrome, but I have taken that an example. So n greater than 0, 25 is greater than 0. So 25 mod 10 will give us the last digit, that is 5. Now s into 10 plus r, s was declared as 0, so 0 into 10 means 0 plus r, r is 5. So 0 plus 5, the result will be 5. Now we have to eliminate the digit. So 25 slash 10 will give us the result 2 because both are integer. We have started with 25 as the value of n, and at the end of this stage, end of the round 1, n value of n become 2 as usual like previous program. With the value 2, we are starting our second round. Going back to the condition once again, n greater than 0, 2 is greater than 0. Yes, 2 is greater than 0. So the result is true. We are going inside the loop, inside the block. So mod 10, numerator is less than denominator, will give us the result 2. So value of r is true. S into 10 plus r, previous value of s, now 25, 5 into 10 will give us the result 50 plus r, r means 2, here it is, r is 2. So 10 into 5 plus 2, 50 plus 2 will give us the result 52. So the number is reversed here. Now n slash 10 means 2 slash 10. So numerator less than denominator, result will be 0. So the value of n destroyed to 0, but we have to check for the third time n greater than 0 or not. N greater than 0 means 0 greater than 0. Sorry, false. 0 is not greater than 0. And we will come out of the loop and then we check the previous value, the new value of k stored in k, which is 25, and s is 52. They are not same. So the result will be false. Means our example value 25 is not a palindrome. Now one more program, and this is the last program of our presentation. Write a program to accept a number and check the number is a duck number. Now what is a duck number? Duck number is a number having 0 in it. Say 105. 105 is a duck number because digit 0 is present in it. So this is a duck number. But if you say 05, 0 is present in it, no, we cannot consider this 0. So in that case, we cannot consider a number starting with the 0, but we will consider a number either ends with 0 or number having 0 in it. So let us go back to the Java screen again. Now, duck number program already done. Import java.util for scanner class because this package contains scanner class. We declare the class called duck number. We design a main method here. Then scanner object is created. N and R are the only two variables we required. Now there is a variable, one more variable called checking variable. I call it flag variable, boolean. Boolean flag. Flag is the variable name. Initial value given as false. We accept the number n, the number that we are going to test whether it is a duck number or not. While n greater than 0 is the value of n greater than 0. Let us check. We are extracting the digit n. We are extracting the digit from the back n 25. If it is 25, obviously greater than 0, we are going inside, or any other number. So n mod 10 will give us the last digit. Now the last digit we are checking, whatever the last digit, say for example I say 105. If in case of 105 the last digit is 5, so here 5 is not 0, so control will not enter this block. I will eliminate the last digit n mod 10, that means 5 is deleted. Now the number is 10. I will go up again. 10 is greater than 0. Yes, we will go inside and then we will check this n mod 10. What is the value stored in R? Is it 0? Now in our example this is 0. So flag variable will say true. That means the previous value of flag, I will change it back to true. And break. That means once I get the 0, there is no need to check it once again because we have got the 0. We come out. Break means we will come out here and now we are checking what is the value stored in flag. What is the value stored in flag? We are checking it, and if the number is 101, then obviously it is a duck number, otherwise not a duck number, right? So let me run the program and check it. So right click on it, void main. I am giving my number 105 and pressing enter. It is showing it is a duck number. Let us try it with a number which is not a duck number. Say if I write 123, there is no zero in it. So obviously it is not a duck number. Clear? So our program to calculate or to check a number is duck number is over. We are going back to presentation once again. So this is the end of our presentation. I hope you like it. There are plenty of program you have to do. This 3 program will not satisfy us definitely. So if you want any more clarification in the program, please write on the comment. I will do that program and show you. But the most important part is that you have to do it yourself.